Hello and welcome to Behind the Plastic, the show where toy photographers talk to toy photographers about toy photography. I'm Zach. That's Jay. That's Sully, and they're going to say hi today. Ready?
Hi.
Aloha.
Yeah. And our guest today is living in the past, right between 70sville and 90s land. Please welcome 80sberg. Did you like that intro?
80s?
I thought that was pretty
80s?
clever.
That was great.
80s?
That's good.
Thanks.
Is that 90s? I don't know.
Arsenio Hall, I think that's 80s, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Ryan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Invite me on.
Absolutely our pleasure. You know how this works. We have 12 minutes to talk about all we have to talk about. So let's start that clock. And my first question is, how did you come upon that Instagram name?
Well, I am a huge fan of all that is 80s style, 80s music, 80s movies, 80s toys were huge for me. He-Man, G.I. Joe, Thundercats, all that stuff was.
Bro.
Did most of my collecting in He-Man and G.I. Joe though, as a kid.
Excellent.
You're killing me not mentioning the turtles, bro. You're killing me. You're hurting my soul.
Let's set that for just 1 second. The turtles actually hold a special place in my heart because they were the last run of toys as I was kind of getting out of toys. So about 88, 89. I was 10 years old. And that was the last toys that I truly appreciated. And I did collect, and I still have my vintage turtles.
Oh, excellent.
He makes up for it.
He made up for it. Yeah. Okay, so we know where the name comes from. We know that you're a nostalgic kind of dude into toy photography. But what else are you into? Who is Ryan?
I'm a barber.
Oh, that's cool.
Explains the incredible haircut.
I know. I was gonna say.
I've been cutting hair for 22 years.
Wow.
I'm a father of a 7-year-old beautiful girl named Emmeline. She's my pride and joy. I recently posted a picture of her as Coraline. She's
Great
gonna,
shot.
yeah, she's going to be doing that for Halloween. So, and then I have always been into collecting, and so it was kind of a natural progression to become. And I was telling you earlier, I saw a photo during COVID, unfortunately during a divorce. And I, as I was looking for a hobby, I saw this photo that changed my perspective on how I saw collecting.
Interesting. What
Man,
photo
you're
was
hyping
this?
me up here.
Yeah.
Who took it?
Yeah.
I really wish, that's the thing that kind of kills me, is I really wish I could remember who it was. It was one of the guy that does stop motion. It's going to kill me. Can't believe that he's out of LA. He does stop motion, and he's done some pretty big work. He's been featured on TV. Anyway, that whole idea, the concept of photography and stop motion, it just really was like, I want to try my hand at it. I didn't know if I could be any good at it. I just wanted to try it.
Cool.
So
Awesome.
that's kind of how I got into it.
Awesome. So you got into it in COVID.
Yeah, it was around that time. Everybody had a little extra time on their hands, and I saw, you've got more time. You see things, and you're going through some things, and you see photos, and you see these Instagram pages that change your whole perspective. So I had to think about it.
So were you already collecting toys, or you saw that photo and you were like, I got to get some toys?
Well, I've been collecting since I was a kid. I didn't even know I was a collector. I still have most of my vintage toys. I've sold a few here and there. Two collectors. I really only sell two collectors. I want those things to be in good hands, people that will appreciate it. And then I saw where, Walmart was re-releasing 80s style toys, 90s style toys, Turtles, He-Man, G.I. Joe. Now we're looking at Indiana Jones, Turtles. I think I just did Turtles, and you're like, wow, this is for the kids who are now grown, who have, and so I kind of started collecting again. I kind of got back into it. So.
All right, I do have one question for you. Okay, so it's almost like picture it as whatever you pick it deletes from the past and it gets released now, right? So
Mhm.
pick one thing from the 80s. That would be fashion, music, movies, or maybe like one kind of event from the 80s that would get deleted in the 80s and it would happen now.
Oh.
Which one would you pick?
If it got delete movies.
Ooh.
No. It would essentially be, it would cease to exist in the 80s, but it would release in current time.
I think it just said movies. Like, imagine
Movies?
getting all those awesome 80s movies again.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I guess that's my thought process, because movies, I'll be honest with you, movies right now, it's in such a bad state.
1,000%.
And
1,000%.
if you could imagine seeing in one of my favorite movies, Lost Boys,
Nice.
right? Imagine, I mean, of course, some people obviously would be like, "Oh, that's weird," but imagine that stuff. The writing back then was magic, and of course, all of the '80s, and I mean, but movies were so magic.
Yes.
Music is a close second.
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah.
There's honestly, for me, I think it would be something like, I would just get rid of freaking cell phones. Just cell phones. It almost seems like the cell phone has just zapped the life out of everyone. You know.
Wait, so you would delete cell phones from nowadays?
Yes.
You said
100%.
have them delete something from the 80s and have
No,
them reappear.
Yeah, I'm just
Now
saying,
you're changing the rules.
I miss that like nostalgic, that like innocent time of the 80s where, you know, playing outside. It's like, you know, let's go to the movie theater instead of like sitting on our phones all day. You know?
Yeah, how'd you take your photos, Jay?
That's weird, though. It's not about me, it's about Ryan.
Okay. All right, Ryan,
one of
let's
his
take
photos.
yeah, exactly. You read my mind. So we're going to take a look at one of your awesome photos. If I can bring it up here, I should have been more prepared. Here we go. I picked this one because I absolutely love this one. I think it's probably your best photo. It's certainly my favorite of yours. And I want to hear more about it. Tell us about this glorious masterpiece.
Wait, whose skull is this?
You know, it's so funny is I don't remember what toy that skull came from, but I threw it in the mix of all like my horror stuff. So I was like, we'll use that. It's a perfect skull. It's a perfect toy.
Yeah.
It was in the group, the challenge for what was the
Skulls and bones.
The Skulls and Bones was the challenge. And honestly, I was scrambling a little bit for this idea, but I knew that I'd been at work all day thinking like what I want to do. And I knew that I wanted to use Count Orlok. So people often misrefer to him as Nosferatu, but we're not going to go down that path. But anyway, Count Orlok, and I was already putting this other diorama together because I ordered two of them so I could have inside shot of the diorama and from the outside view to make it easier to see into. Anyway, and then I thought I'm gonna make it kind of simple, and I want him basically holding a trophy of a victim, and the little mouse, which is pointing up, was kind of an accident. He was actually I had like the mice in my hands, and I'm setting him up, and then I realized, oh, this one's standing up. I like him. He's cool, and I kind of put him in last minute, which I think I don't know what it is about that mouse, but he adds so much to it.
Oh, for
Definitely.
sure. Yeah. And where are those? Are they mice or rats?
Yeah, they're
They're
rats.
rats. Okay. Where are those rats from?
They're actually
They come with him.
They come with him.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They're
That
from-
makes sense.
So Nosferatu release,
Okay.
and there's two releases of that Nosferatu. That was the
Right.
release.
So
One of
what
those
is the
mice
dio?
didn't travel to New York and raise 4 turtles.
Yeah. What is that dio?
That is actually a book nook.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
And I love the book nooks, by the way, but I only have two of the same one. I'm looking at other ones currently, but that is a book nook, and that is the second one I put it together a little differently, and I left a wall out so you could see.
Right.
Oh, gotcha.
That is a great idea.
Really nice, man.
And
Really
is that table just the top of the coffin?
It is.
Cool.
Yep,
So
that-
that works perfectly.
Yeah.
Your photography definitely reminds me of your style, sort of really reminds me of a certain photographer. Do you want to shout him out, or should we just shout him out together?
1, 2, 3.
Ian Saunders Photography.
it's funny because he definitely inspired me. He showed me things about photography. And when certain people show you things, you naturally gravitate towards their style, right?
Yeah.
Now, I do take a lot of our styles are vastly different, but there are things in photos that I clearly pay an homage, even if it's unknowingly. He was already one of my favorite photographers, actually, before I actually met him. So that was it. I owe him a lot of gratitude. He has been very instrumental in helping me. He's got a wealth of knowledge that he's not afraid to share with other people. And I think he's just a super cool guy. And I'm really glad to get to know him, and I've actually hung out with him a couple of times.
Oh, very
That's awesome.
cool. Right on, Ian. Right on. All right. Hey, it's time for This or That 80s edition. Okay, Ryan. So you got to think 80s for all these this or that. Okay. So Schwarzenegger or Stallone?
Stallone.
Nice. Terminator or Back to the Future?
Oh, Back to the Future.
Uncle Jesse or Uncle Joey?
Oh, Uncle all the way.
Well, I didn't get it. Uncle
Which
which
one?
one?
Uncle Jesse all the way.
Uncle
All right.
Jesse.
It's because of the hair, because of the barber. You know, he sees the hair and he's drooling.
It's true. It's true. Okay. Metallica's Master of Puppets or Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction?
I'm gonna go with Metallica. Yeah.
Go to the mall or Amazon?
Go to the mall.
They didn't have Amazon in the 80s.
But gladly.
They only had the Amazon.
Well, who knows? Maybe it started in the 80s.
DuckTales or Darkwing Duck?
DuckTales or Darkwing Duck? Man, I'm gonna have to go with DuckTales.
Yeah.
Woo. Okay, the A-Team or Knight Rider?
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Knight Rider.
Yeah, nice.
Lion-O or He-Man?
He-Man was He-Man was the first like buff toy dude that I'm like.
Yeah, fair.
Punky Brewster or Facts of Life?
Oh, Punky Bruce.
Punky Brewster for sure.
Yeah.
I've always had a crush on. Was it Soleil Moon Frye?
Moon Frye, yep.
Yeah. Oh wait.
All right. What's a better Christmas movie, Gremlins or Die Hard?
Oh,
Mm.
don't do that to me. Oh man.
You got 5 seconds.
Gremlins.
Gremlins for the win.
Gremlins.
Thank you for coming on,